Wait, you got ringworm?
I still have it. Do you want to see it?
Yes, actually I do because I wrestled and I.
It's like almost gone, but do you see it?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You got a worm.
Can you show the camera? What do you need, guy?
I may need a puke bucket for this one.
Why? What's wrong? Oh, you went out.
Yeah. You didn't come out with me.
No, because I had a podcast today with an amazing guest.
How come
Remember?
you didn't tell me about it?
You knew about it. It was on the calendar.
The calendar?
Fuck you, I'm from Ohio. Welcome back to Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Do me a favor. Put your fucking headphones on. Take this seriously, please.
Yeah, what are you doing
Stop
over
going
there?
out the night before podcast.
We podcast every day, so does that mean I can't go out?
If you guys are not subscribed, make sure to do so wherever you listen to podcasts. iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, whatever it is. We do an audio-only extended Q&A with the guest after the podcast is over. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. We got a dope-ass guest today. We're joking, Mike. We know we love you, man. And
I love you.
We enjoy having you on the set, even if you are hungover.
I am hungover, but you look like Aaron Carter. Or Slim Shady. Head ass.
I know.
Blonde ass fucking shit.
I know, I'm a towhead. I know.
And you're
he went lighter than I thought he would. And now I'm stuck with this. But also, fuck it, man. My life was kind of boring.
Send it, dude.
Send it.
Send it, dude.
You look like Jake Paul's less good looking brother.
Okay, we'll cut it there. I want to introduce our guest. Ladies and gentlemen, she's got 247 million followers on social media.
Oh, wow.
She's a boss. She's a badass. Her last name is derived from a rare breed of mongoose. It's Tana Mongeau.
Manjao.
Damn, Logan's already offended me, and I've been here for 8 seconds.
Just help.
It's Mojo,
Heck
but
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Wait, what is it?
It's
Mojo?
Mojo.
Hold on.
What did you just
You're
say?
you're
What did
completely
you
sk-
just
Yeah,
say?
what did you say?
What do you
Yeah,
say?
no, yeah. It's
How do you
Mojo.
pronounce your name? Let's first things first.
Mojo?
You're just skipping the end completely.
Mojo.
This
Huh?
is incredible.
Hello?
So like it's
Do you believe this?
so it's like comb.
Do you believe it?
It's like comb. Like it's like
like Mr.
There's a
Mojo,
silent letter.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mojo Jojo.
Yeah. Yeah.
From
you just gotta,
Powderpuff
bang your
Girls.
face on the keyboard and like, there's my last name. Good fresh.
holy shit.
There
it
it
worked.
is.
I have
my
a
God.
I have a silent J in my last name.
That's amazing. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you. We can bond over that.
Okay.
And so remember when before we started the podcast, I was like, try to stay close to the mic.
Damn.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
That's the infamous Riley Reid mic.
Yeah.
by
no,
the way.
No way.
Yeah,
I'm
it
like,
is.
that's so awesome.
Do you want to?
No.
Okay. I was
The,
trying to start this off with a bang, dude. Literally.
Yeah, literally.
we just got these new seats.
It's
And
amazing.
no, they're nice, and I want to lean back like
They're
we just
ergonomic.
were.
My posture's just so bad, but I get it. It's a challenge. I'm a maverick.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
You're in the Maverick house. Thank
I'm
you
a
for coming,
fucking
by the way,
maverick
to
today.
Encino.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, Tana. We've been trying to get you on for a while, but you have a slight issue with responding to texts. Do you know
no,
that?
I don't.
It's slight.
Logan.
It's minor. It's minor.
Okay, but I'm sure you do too. In the grand scheme of things, like, do you really respond to everyone that texts you?
I do my best.
I'm like, okay, same.
I could help with this. He responds to every text, but with one word. It's either, or with a couple words. It's either "aight" or "nah, fuck you." It's
Okay.
those are the only, like, if he texts you, he's gonna text you one of those things. That's
Sounds Logan Pauly.
it.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Respect.
Yeah.
At least you
Well, Thank
respond.
you for having me. I'm feeling impulsive.
Oh,
I'm excited.
You're just getting all
Beautiful.
the brand terms.
It's the #1 podcast in the world.
Yeah, I heard that. I was gonna
Yeah.
actually ask you about that. I know this isn't really my podcast, but like,
No, you can ask me anything.
really?
Open forum. Yeah. Ask me,
yeah, I guess
ask
you
me
can just edit
anything.
it out.
Ask me anything. Go for
Let
it.
me think about it. You're putting me on the spot. Like,
Well,
I'll think
you're
about
the
it.
guest on the
Okay.
#1 podcast in the
Well,
world. Like and subscribe.
what makes it the #1 podcast in the world, Logan?
Basically, statistically,
Data.
and via
Yeah.
data.
Science.
Science.
But like,
what-
okay, I'll shut up.
No. Ask more
Yeah.
questions about it. We've
No.
had this conversation multiple times.
Data
We have-
how?
Data who?
Like actually, like numbers wise, it's like doing like that. Well,
Tana.
I'm
yeah.
fucking curious. You're calling it the best podcast. in
No,
the
I'm not. I'm
No,
calling
no.
it the
Here's
number one.
Here's roughly
no.
here's roughly where the best podcasts in the world are. Impulsive's up here.
Okay.
Does that help you understand?
Yeah, I feel
That's
bad.
a simple chart.
Good impression.
Listen,
done.
let's cut the bullshit, guys. I want to dive. I want to dive in.
Let's dive in.
because you're pretty open online. And-
That's so terrifying coming from someone like you.
I'm pretty open too.
Yeah.
But no, we'll start light. I just want to.
We'll start like.
I just feel comfortable. I don't feel afraid to ask you certain questions.
That's a really good thing to say, to
Yeah.
manipulate someone into
No.
just spilling all the deets on your podcast.
I'm not I'm manipulating you. Can you tell me? I want to talk about slut shaming.
Okay.
Because like I said, you're very open. Like here, check this out. I've scrolled through your YouTube here. I pulled up your videos, and I'm just gonna read some of the
I
titles.
like that they're sorted from most popular down.
Well, because I figure that's what most people would recognize you from, your most popular videos.
He's on top.
You're right.
of
I'll
his
go.
shit.
I don't really do this podcast shit. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm smart.
but yeah,
I'm a dick. I'll shut up.
some of your titles here, like this one, I got banged with a toothbrush.
I mean, I didn't. It's just like some good and fresh clickbait. Like, no one's ever fucked me with the toothbrush. If we're putting that out there for the record,
Yeah.
here on Impaulsive.
You just clickbaited people.
Yeah, including you right now.
Damn. What about this one? I tried to fuck Scott Disick. Now Bella Thorne hates me. Did you do that?
I mean, kinda. It's definitely like elevated for the clickbait.
I peed on Shane Dawson.
I mean, kinda. It's like elevated for the
The
clickbait.
things I would do to
What do you
pee
mean,
on
kinda?
Shane Dawson. Yeah, what do you mean kinda?
I mean, like,
Like a little bit of pee?
no, I'm pee shy.
Are you really?
No
Yeah.
golden showers
we were
for
like
Tana?
there. We were like, ready to go.
How come you didn't pull the trigger?
I'm pee shy. I literally can't pee in front of anyone.
Oh, my ex-girlfriend had that. My
Yeah.
ex-ex-girlfriend had that.
I get it. You're in love with me.
He's
Um,
poop shy. He's poop shy.
I am.
He
I'm
won't
only-
poop in front of
That's
girls.
like more normal though. I
Yeah.
hate that I'm pee shy. Like, it's not that someone like can't like see my vagina. It's just that like I don't want I can't pee in front of people.
I'm
Yeah.
sure. I'm
it's
sure.
like it holds me back.
Stage
honestly.
fright.
I guess, but I'm not like I don't care. It just like won't come out. It's honestly it's a struggle. I feel better like letting it go.
You've done the running water technique. I'm sure.
Yeah.
No.
it's
No.
just-
No effect.
It's like a little better, but like I just need to like be alone in my zone.
Wow.
Like peeing is like a zen moment. For me.
Wow.
Like
Are you poop shy too? Or is that
honestly,
like
no.
So you can
Really?
poop in front of people. You just can't pee.
Yeah, but I don't want to. Sorry.
This has really devolved into just
Debauchery.
Debauchery.
Yeah.
I mean, what did you expect, man?
Well, she
Go-
made a tweet 2 days ago.
No.
that's-
I want to.
Oh,
I have
that
it.
one?
Yeah.
You have it?
Yes, I have
All
it.
right.
We
Do you know
needed
what
some-
tweet
You know
I'm
what's
talking about?
God, no, I tweet like stupid
Crazy
ass,
shit.
impulsive shit like every second.
That's
of every
why we
day.
love you. That's why,
Yeah.
like, I'm excited for this podcast. We've had some amazing guests on with amazing insight and perspective, and you do too, but on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, which is why I'm excited to have you on. But back to the original
Cool.
topic. I want to talk about slut shaming because we've been having this conversation has been floating around in the house, and we want to get to the bottom of it. And
Here's Tana Mongeau to come
Here's
in with the
Tana.
inside scoop on sluts everywhere.
I said slut shaming, not slut.
No, sluts do. Sluts need to be a part of the conversation. It's not
I
just
get
about.
it.
Tana,
yeah.
what's
We're all a little slutty in this life. We've all done some slutty things.
some of us way more than others?
That is tea.
Yeah.
What is a slut?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You tell me, Logan.
First off,
I saw that little.
I asked you,
Don't
and I
you
want you to
dare
say it,
flip this
so this
shit.
doesn't get
Don't you dare.
clipped and put
Tana.
and put on Twitter,
I'm
so I don't
sorry.
look like an a-hole.
Okay, that's your tea. I get it.
Wow.
I don't know. I think slut is honestly just like it's a derogatory term that's like such a social construct. Like in reality, what is a slut? Like everyone's perspective of what's slutty or what a slut is so different.
So it's funny you say that because you're absolutely right, and you
Yeah.
also use the word derogatory, but like in my mind, it's not. I mean, I don't think it's derogatory, and I think it depends who you ask.
Commonly used as a derogatory
Wait,
term, I guess
hold
you
on
would
a
say.
sec. Where are you going with that?
Yeah.
I just don't think. I think, man, like being like egg slut, the restaurant. How is that derogatory?
Like you're a
No, it's
slut
not
for eggs,
derogatory.
though.
They're just
Right.
using the free brand plug right here. They're just using a term that gets thrown around
Free
as a,
brand.
Yeah, they-
as a
Well, I believe the slut whisperer who we had on the podcast. I'm just saying, I believe it's headed in a place where it's not meant to offend, rather than
It
just
may-
be like a
yeah.
cool,
it
trendy.
may be heading there, but
Yeah.
for the history of time, a
Yeah.
slut was, fuck it, I'll just handle the definition. A slut has always been a girl that hooks up
He
with a
said
lot
girl.
of a girl.
Boys
sorry.
everywhere.
Oh my
are so
God.
shook.
But
No,
I'm
kidding.
right. But am I right? For the history of time, a slut has guys don't get called sluts that often. Let's be honest.
Okay, you fucking slut.
All right.
No, hey.
No, you're right.
Dictionary definition: a woman who has had many
Thank
casual sexual partners.
Partners.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess what I was saying is it's commonly used as a derogatory term.
Okay, so slut shaming specifically.
Yeah.
What's your take on that?
I mean, like I was saying earlier, I think everyone's perspective of what is slutty and what isn't slutty is different. And I don't know. I mean, I think it's fucking stupid at the end of the day. Like, people should be able to do whatever they want. There shouldn't be any gender constructs of what's okay for a guy versus what's okay for a girl, or like, you know what I mean? Like, shit should just be equal. People should do whatever the fuck they want. I think slut shaming is stupid.
I agree
To
with
put it
you.
simply, I
People
guess.
people should absolutely be able to do whatever they want. I'm sort of like, do you believe like if I'm being a slut,
Yeah.
I want my boys to tell me. I want the girls I'm hooking up with to be like, yo,
Hey man,
This
you're
isn't
kind
cool.
of being a slut.
Yeah.
kind of being a
dude.
slut right now. They're like I've been
guess.
slut shamed for sure,
Okay.
and I'm thankful. And I'm
Yeah,
thankful.
and we
You are
me
fucking so brave.
and me and him have had this kind.
I hate you. I'm just saying, like it's a way for me to ease back on my promiscuousness,
Yeah.
which is, I think, beneficial. Yes or no?
Yeah, but don't you agree that every single person that could tell you you're being a slut's perspective of what a slut is so different? So in reality,
True.
like at the end of the day, all that really matters is like what you're doing. Are you happy doing what you're doing? Like, who really fucking cares?
That's
what
a
their
that's a
perspective
that's a
on it
slippery
is?
slope, and like
Okay.
for example,
And
no,
that's
no,
your
no, no.
thesis.
I'm not saying you're wrong. It's just slippery
No.
slope. For example,
That's your
if
thesis.
you start getting fat, would you want your friends to be like, "Yo, Tana, like you're getting a little chunky"?
Yeah, but I guess that to me, like that's so different. Like I guess like a physical attribute change versus like the choices that you're like conscientiously making are different.
I
mean,
guess
in a way.
I guess it goes back to this conversation of is being a slut like it's we're moving to a place where it's okay. Like, do you think being a slut is truly okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but
I do
again,
too.
yeah.
I mean, I do too. Like you said,
If
I
you're
believe
happy with it, if you're doing it, you know, for the wrong reasons, if you're fucking a lot of people to fill a void, or you know what I mean, to get attention for all the wrong reasons or whatever, then yeah, that needs some like self-reflecting or whatever. So I could see how there's a negative side, but at the same time, like if you're just doing you and having fun and like people think that's slutty, like you don't owe them any explanation. Like what you're doing is okay if you're happy. Like,
Do you think
do
that-
whatever the fuck you want.
Do you
End of
think
story.
the same thing about drugs, for example?
No, but I think that there's far less danger in hooking up with people if you're doing it safely and correctly in the way that you want, you know,
Yeah.
in drugs, you know, it's very different. One's like illegal, one's bad for you, one's like can be safe and fun.
How do you think your content affects the younger people watching in regards to if we're talking about drugs and hooking up with a lot of people? Like, do you think it has an impact on younger viewers?
Okay, that's a big question. I like that question. I mean, I guess it's just I guess it's just like a product of I see so many YouTubers do all that kind of stuff behind the scenes, and then they come on and they're super brand friendly and they hide it all, whatever. No shame to them. Go the fuck off. I'm not that type of person. I've always
you ain't
been-
hiding.
Yeah, I've been a very like brutally honest
Yeah.
person, you know? Like I've been someone who's very like straightforward. I do what I want. I don't really care what people think. And I've always gone into this trying to at least say to the people that watch me, like, I'm not trying to be a role model. And I know like inadvertently you're always going to be put in the position to be looked at as a role model because you have millions of followers and like whatever and like that kind of bullshit. But I mean, like that's not what I'm doing. I'm showcasing my life online. Do as I fucking say, not as I do, I guess. I don't know, you know?
I fuck with that.
But when you're, I first off, I really respect that opinion. But when you're clickbaiting and like you're bringing people into your videos that might not typically be there,
Like, do anything?
But
Do
why
you
does
think?
that change like my
well,
perspective
because
on it? I'm still
then
not a role model,
are
know?
you
Just
letting
like-
people live based off their own decisions, or are you going out of your way to get more viewership and get more clout by exposing people to those messages that typically wouldn't be?
Well, hold on. Let me defend her on this for 1 second.
No, let's
go
hear what
ahead.
she has
Go
to
ahead.
say.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say she's clickbaiting with stuff that's actually worse than what's happening in the videos. So it's not like she's clickbaiting like saying like come see me ride a magical unicorn and learn about reading, and they end up on the video and that's not what it's about. She's clickbaiting with I got fucked with a toothbrush or I pissed on Shane Dawson. So like technically she's reverse clickbaiting, because when they get there, they find out it's actually more valuable than, so it's, I want to defend her. Clickbait is actually protecting kids.
Okay, I guess
They're
that's,
not clicking it because they're like, I don't want to see someone get fucked with a toothbrush
That's
or
a
piss on
valid
Shane
point
Dawson.
that I didn't really think about. I mean, I don't know. I
I
guess
don't know, man. That makes so little of sense
It makes
that
so
it
much
kind of
sense.
makes
Oh,
it
yeah,
kind of. I don't know.
I guess what he's saying is it's not like I'm you know, it's not like I'm putting a better title. Like, you know what you're getting yourself into when you click the
That's
video.
what I'm
It's
saying.
not on
Yeah.
me. Like, that people are clicking it, I guess. And at the same time, there's also no shame in the game. Like, YouTube is what I do for a living. If I know I can title something one thing versus something else and get more views and make more money and like whatever, why the fuck wouldn't I? It'd be stupid not to. But at the same time, on top of that, like I said, it's all out there. The title says what it's gonna be. I say, like, I'm not trying to be a role model. I'm just sharing an experience from my life, you know? Like, I'm not out here giving advice or trying to sway you in any way. And if anything, I always am kind of talking under the consensus of, like, this shit was wrong, but I did it and I'm being real with you about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, learn from my mistakes. I've always said that. Like, here's the time I did something really fucking shitty. Like, be better. You know what I mean? Or at the end of the day, like, I'm young. And again, like, all I'm claiming to do is document my life, the mistakes, the bad shit, the crazy shit, whatever. What people do with that is kind of out of my control. And I think that if I'm coming to it with a very honest standpoint of, I'm not trying to be a role model, I'm not trying to be anything but myself, I don't really know what else I can do. And it's not like I'm some unique breed. Like, there's terrible fucking movies, and there always has been. There's terrible, you know what I mean? Like The Wolf of Wall Street, like teenagers everywhere have seen that movie. Like, that all probably made thousands of kids want to go do lines of blow off fucking strippers' tits. You know what I mean? Like, it's not, I don't know.
Do you show
I
the bad side enough though? Like, for example, you have gotten quite behind like it being okay to be a slut. And by the way, I'm that's great for me. Like,
Yeah.
that's awesome. Like, girls out there thinking it's okay to be a slut. I mean, guys are probably not very upset about that, to be honest
I
with
don't know.
you.
That's, I guess, yeah, I don't ever really think of it that way.
But question, like, do you
Sure.
show enough of the bad side? Like, if that being a slut ends up, say, resulting in a terrible burning case of chlamydia, like, does that end up in the video? Basically,
would
like,
if it
is the
happened, yeah.
consequence shown as well of the action?
Yeah, I think I'm very, like, blatantly honest about the things I do,
Yeah.
if that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, like, I also talk about, like, the way I can be safe in the ways that I do things. Like, I definitely have said, like, 1,000 times, like, obviously have protected sex, not unprotected sex. But at the same time, I don't really think I'm out here like, be a slut, be a slut, be a slut. That's not like my motive. If anything, I'm just really open about, like, sexual experiences I've had. And in reality, like I've said all, like, this, you know, this whole time, like, we all have sexual experiences. I'm just choosing to be, like, more
I think
open, I guess.
I think my personal opinion, I think that is more admirable, to be open and show how open you are on the internet and not choose to hide anything versus hiding things and then trying to be someone else on the internet. Because I'm positive when people approach you in real life, it's like, what you see is what you get. I bet you're the same Tana Mongeau that they see online. Sorry, my gang teamed up on you here, and fuck you for calling her a slut, bro.
Well, hold on, what?
Well, he kind of snapped.
I didn't say
You
she
haven't
did.
talked in a while. Hi,
I didn't
Logan.
call anyone a slut.
You
What
just
are
like
talking
you just
about?
like put words in her mouth that she said it was okay to be a slut.
Yeah, I definitely.
Oh,
yeah.
we could just rewind to like 3 minutes ago where she literally said the following words. I think it's okay to be a slut.
But that does that
Like,
mean
just
that I
rewi-
think I'm being a slut?
No, not at all. I didn't.
No, but you said she was telling people, and she didn't tell
I
people.
like
It's
this
her
podcast.
personal
It's
opinion.
feisty. Y'all are really raw about this shit.
Yeah.
To be
Raw
real.
as fuck.
I kind of fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
curious
nothing
from
really offends me on a side note.
You
But
sure?
Actually, you know what? You're Logan Paul. I'm gonna take that back.
I'm positive. I'm positive I could offend you, but I will never,
That's-
because you're a sweetheart, and I
well,
would.
that's really nice.
I would not do it.
Go to not.
No, it's never my intention to offend people. Besides you, Case, I fuck you.
Oh my god! Can you guys just make up?
Yeah, after I beat his ass, sure.
Well, so is this all just promotion for the fight, the next fight?
I mean, obviously yes,
okay,
but also I want to beat his ass.
okay.
It's both.
Could you see yourself ever just like chilling with him, like smoking a joint, watching a fucking Netflix series, hanging out? Do you think you could ever put it past you, or is it too personal? I like that this was the motion.
yeah.
Yeah, what was that exactly?
He's like, I don't know.
No, because this is the answer is. Could I see myself to? Yeah, I guess. Yeah, okay.
So no.
No. Yes, the answer is yes.
After beating his ass,
Yes,
probably.
exactly.
I would assume.
If he beat your ass, would it be the same thing? Do you think he could beat your ass?
Absolutely not. There is 0% chance.
And that's Logan Paul's tea, ladies and gentlemen.
The amount of times you said tea is
Do you drink
astronomical.
tea?
Yeah, I love me some like Earl Grey moment.
You do?
Yeah.
What do you usually do? You
Black
like drink
tea.
it in the bathtub? Like, how do you enjoy
I don't
it?
have a bathtub actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but
You got to get
Just
those views
wherever.
up a little bit more.
bathtubs pull views. I thought it was still up. I was gonna like point.
No, I could do it.
Oh, yeah,
No,
you
it's
can do
okay.
that.
Is there
I get the
anything?
point.
Is there anything you do? You know, I'm gonna shoot this. It's gonna get views. I
Just,
need
like,
some views.
breathing near Shane Dawson. You know.
Mm.
You should create a series called Tub and Tea.
Oh, that's
Okay,
tight.
maybe
That's
it's
tight.
a tub filled with tea.
Ooh.
We really just get to
potentially,
the point.
yeah. And then different tea brands could endorse it.
That's I'm not really that brand friendly, and I don't think they really want that. I think Lipton will pass. but
Okay, all right.
we'll try.
Tried.
So, yo, Tana, you got a, you're not brand friendly, but you've got a collective like 8 to 10 million followers, and your Instagram bio, it says, not bad for a 5 with no talent. Is that how you would describe yourself?
I'm just like a very facetious, sarcastic person, and I always like to be one step ahead of people in the self-deprecation regard. I've always really been like that. Obviously, like at the same time, not to be such a like double entendre, but I definitely am like also promoting confidence. Like I want young girls to be confident. I want my young followers to like love themselves, but I love a good self-deprecating moment.
Yeah.
You know? I think we all do.
No, we do. I try.
It's funny when
Like
people
I got a
laugh
little
at
dick,
themselves.
so
Okay.
like I like
I'm a
this-
5 with no talent. You have a little dick. It feels better when we're in on it. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yo, I saw you put out a tweet recently regarding this this Kylie Jenner situation.
Oh my God. Go the fuck off with
Yeah,
that.
let's
I
do
would
this.
love to talk about that
Let's
right
do
now.
this because it's recent. So as the viewers may or may not have known, Tristan Thompson was allegedly, probably, I'm gonna say allegedly, just once again cheating on
Chloe.
When does allegedly become actually happening?
in this
Like some
scenario.
facts, maybe.
Like, well, just because like there's a video of it happening. So like, isn't there a video of it happening?
No.
no,
There's
that's
not?
a different girl.
Oh, it's a
We're talking
different girl?
about
Oh, okay,
right
okay.
now with Kylie Jenner's
Oh, okay.
best friend.
Okay, with Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Yeah.
so Tristan Thompson allegedly cheated with Kylie Jenner, his best
Yeah.
friend Jordan Woods, and you tweeted at Kylie saying, "I want to apply for the new best friend position."
Well, I mean, yeah, hello. Like, I would never do that.
How's it going?
Not well.
I can help. I can help.
Okay.
So Kylie actually is subscribed. She does watch every single podcast. After all, it is Impulsive, the
Suddenly I'm like-
number one podcast in the world. Kylie,
we go.
message from Tana. Anything you want to say to convince Kylie that you are indeed the best friend forever?
I mean, maybe it's just like not necessarily that I'm the best friend forever, but if these alleged things are true, like I just won't like fuck your family and your family's like people, you know? That does suck if it's true.
That's a pro. Let's start. Like I won't fuck your friends and family.
Yeah, literally.
Is that a guarantee though? Like,
Yeah.
you're sure you can say that?
Yes, 100%.
Like, if you drank a little
Dude,
bit too
there's-
much tea one night, like you wouldn't end up in the bathtub with Tristan. Like,
No, I mean, there's just nothing in the world to, not even like everyone's talking about the money and whatever, but you can obviously just see how much like Kylie rides for Jordan. I think like at the end of the day, like your friends are just your number one. Like ride for your friends. Don't be shitty like that. Don't ride for your friends, you know?
Do you
Yeah.
think it will immensely affect their friendship? Is it over forever?
I
Kylie
think
and
if it's
Jordan?
true, I would see that. Yeah. I mean, like,
Even though, and not to take away from what has happened, even though it's her
I heard
older
you throw up
sister.
in your mouth.
Yeah, you did just burp in your
like,
mouth.
In the
sorry.
Did you just throw up in your mouth?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
He tried to hide it in his shoulder, and everybody heard
No,
it.
it kind of snapped though. Like it was better than like straight to the mic, you know?
So fucking gross.
My bad.
But anyways,
I'm just saying, even though it's her older sister's husband,
yeah.
is it like a family over friends situation that?
I mean, I could see Kylie picking Jordan over her family if like it was rightfully so. Like, you know what I mean? Like if Jordan didn't do anything wrong, but like, damn, like that sucks. Like your sister's like baby daddy. You know what I mean? Like your sister has a kid with this person. Like I feel
But
like
it had been happening.
Oh, really?
No. I'm saying the cheating
Oh, yeah.
over periods of time.
yeah, but like for Jordan to too, like you have to think about she lives with Kylie, how much she probably sees
Oh, she does?
Chloe. Yeah. Like how much she's like around for that. Like
Is any of this, shit?
this
Is
is
any of this
sticky.
shit just for view? Like, also for view? Like, how much of it is actually real?
I mean, the devil works hard, but Kris Jenner works harder. No, but I
Wow.
mean, like at the same time, like I don't know. That's just
Also,
crazy.
Also, you
You never know, really.
we got to a point where like being a slut has become
Yeah.
like slightly.
Slut here.
I didn't say that. Where being a slut has been considered slightly okay. Like, do you think we're moving towards a point where
We're cheating. a little bit?
fucking your family members like spouses is okay? Like, where's the line drawn? Do you think? Do you know what I'm
Maybe
saying?
just there.
You think so? You never know.
I don't
mean,
think cheating is ever okay, or just doing people dirty like that. You know, I think
agree.
if you know,
Why the fuck would you ask that question?
Well, I just mean
What
because
are
like
you, this
I
podcast?
just mean because like yo, in all honesty, like 20 years ago, being a slut was a horrible, shameful thing. Like if you were called
Bro,
a
20
slut,
years ago we didn't have cell
no,
phones.
or sorry, 5 years ago. Like even 5 years ago, like being a
it's
being a
not
slut,
a good thing to
it's
call people.
not to call them that, but to be a slut was like, yo, that girl's a slut. Don't talk to
Why
her.
are we going
But I
backwards in the
guess-
conversation, Mike?
Yeah,
Lead
I
the-
like that you
lead
guys
it.
are kind of
Go
like
ahead.
fighting. Like guys, the
No,
vibe
he's been
here's
being
like a little tense.
he's been
but I'm
being a
kinda
dick
looking
to
for
me
it.
all day.
I
He
get
woke
it.
me up by throwing a cheeseburger at me this morning.
It was vegan though.
a vegan cheeseburger. Go off, sis. Spill your fucking tea. What do you want from me, right?
Now I'm just
That's really interesting, though. I mean, but I think that your perspective on it is interesting because it's like, if anything, what would be progression would be taking away the term slut, would be, you know what I mean? Not thinking that progression would be that not thinking really anything is slutty. Like, not necessarily that it's okay to be a slut. It's that, like, being a slut is no longer a thing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That would be, like, progression, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah.
Speaking of history,
I loved that. I can't wait.
as you probably know, August 18th of 1920 is when women won the right to vote.
Yeah, I knew that.
How-
I didn't
how-
know about high school or like anything like
How have you seen women's rights progress since then?
that. What a fucking question, Spencer. Go off. A lot.
Just curious.
I like to see that societally we're moving in a direction where women can be viewed as equal, and the things that women are doing more and more is incredible. Question mark. What's up?
you've that was it's great. That was a pretty good answer.
stuff. Good stuff.
And you're right. I like how you kept it simple.
You know.
You've done ads for Sugar Bear hair.
Yeah.
I need you to admit on Impaulsive right now that doesn't do anything to actually improve your hair.
Oh my god. Oh my god,
Just
Logan.
say it.
I'm actually not gonna lie to you guys right now. Like, it really honestly does.
lying.
Have you taken it?
No, but
So then how do you know it doesn't work?
Because the amount of biotin contained in a 5 milligram gummy is essentially non-existent when it comes to improving your hair.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was not expecting you to A, know that there was biotin in it, and B, know the amount of biotin, and C, know the amount of biotin that like the body needs. Like, I was just expecting you to be like, it's a dumbass fucking little bear.
No,
So go off with the facts. But also, like, I probably, like, when I'm taking it regularly, would take like 3 gummies in the morning, like 3 gummies at night, to where it is the same as like a daily dose of biotin. And like, I'm not like a big like pill taker. Shocking, I know, Impulsive, but they taste really good. They literally taste like Baja Blast soda from like Taco Bell. So like, being able to take your biotin in like a way that tastes well, and biotin does improve like hair, skin, and nails.
It's
so.
been noted though that biotin, like a deficiency in biotin, is extremely rare, and if you
Yeah.
consume more than the
You guys really did your fucking
needed
research right now.
biotin, then you piss it out. So
Okay.
so
I mean,
most of the biotin we already get from our food. So
I eat really shitty.
So okay.
But
Okay.
I mean, on a side note of that, like, maybe it all is just like a placebo. But I mean, like, when I'm taking that amount of biotin. Yeah, but when
That's
I'm
what we're getting
taking biotin, I feel like my hair is fuller and
of course
stronger.
you feel like that. That's what a placebo is.
But like, I'm looking at it, like, at
What
the
do you
same
mean?
time. Like, I'm looking at my hair, the differences
great.
in my hair. That
it's
you
great,
know,
and I'm sure it'll always be great, whether or not
I
you
got
have
shit
sugar bear
genetics,
hair.
girl.
Well, there goes our
Hashtag
Sugar Bear
I'm-
hair brand deal. That's fucking never
yeah,
happening.
you
obviously.
really could have this whole podcast. Like, you could have a little gummy in your mouth, like doing
never
slutty
happened.
No, we can't.
boomerangs with them. Slutty, get it?
Sluts are so in right now.
That's what you need to be saying. They are.
They are.
They
I
are.
know it's a
You're
big.
like, how many-
but not to last thing on it. Like, I'm not.
He's like, he's passionate.
no.
about this.
I am because it's such an interesting topic to
Did
me.
you
and
do
like,
something last night that you want to talk about?
I always
You
do.
wanna get it off
I
your chest?
always do. Listen. I'm the worst offender. I am the worst offender in this house. Don't. I'm not.
But
I'm
what
not-
are you really offending? Like, you're like,
No.
do you, boo boo?
I'm just like, here's the thing with me. When I go out and I have random sex, I feel kind of shitty about it. That's just me. I feel kind of
Okay.
shitty about it. And that's not with anyone.
sorry.
That's not with anyone telling me to feel shitty about it. That's not with anyone saying,
Yeah.
yo, like, you should, like,
Oh yeah.
I've just had a random encounter with someone I don't even know their name sometimes.
Yeah.
I've had
That
sex with
sucks.
them. That's great. And now they're leaving. I'm getting them an Uber home in the morning. And what just happened? Like, great.
But I mean that like everyone's perspective on that's going to differentiate. Like if that makes you feel shitty, then maybe you shouldn't do it.
Yeah, you
and maybe just ask their name.
But I'm saying like, what do you get, or what does a slut get out of like when they're doing it right? What do they get? What's the satisfaction?
Well,
that they
I guess
get?
it's again, it all goes back to the same premise of like if you're not enjoying it, why are you doing it? If you're enjoying that, if you like want to be free, you want to have fun, you want to be experimental, you want to fucking meet random people, you want to like just whatever it is, if you're enjoying it, like that it all falls back on that. Like like what they're getting out of it, hopefully, I guess to answer your question, is that they're having a good time. And if you're not, don't do it.
You're in completely changing the topic.
Finally.
For the sixth fucking time. I wish we could just move on.
It's just every time the word slut gets said, I end up.
Mike has more tea.
Yeah.
Mike from Lovesack and Impulsive and also slut shaming.
No, not slut shaming. No, just trying to better understand. That's it.
I know, I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're in with a lot of celebrities.
So are you?
Yeah,
but
like,
I'm not the guest on Impulsive. Yeah, I'm the guest here. I'll shut up.
You're the guest. So I didn't get invited to Billie Eilish's concert, and you did. Bye, Billie. Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
Jealous.
She's the best ever.
Really?
She's like literally the best ever. She deserves just everything.
I think she's going to get everything.
Yeah, if she's not already getting it, shit.
Nah, she's what, 17? She's young.
Yeah, no, but I just mean she's like killing it right now. Like,
but that girl has so much potential. Think about where she is going to be
that's
versus
very true.
Like she's 17.
Yeah.
Imagine when she truly like finds herself as a woman.
Yeah,
Shouts
but I
Billie
think
Eilish.
at the
Where
same
are
time,
the avocados?
she's so fucking intelligent for her age.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Like she has such a sense of self-awareness for being 17 and like just is so wise behind her years. It's crazy.
Yeah. And like and even
and not even for being 17, just for being a human. I think that's one thing Billie's so against is people demeaning what she says by being like, oh, it's because she's 17. Like in reality, like she's just a fucking badass. Fuck her age, you know?
Truth. Age is a social I'm done. Even Bella Thorne. You're tight with Bella. You're really good friends with Bella.
Yeah.
Did you guys date?
Yeah.
That was real?
Yeah.
So what is your sexuality? Have you opened up about that on the internet?
I feel like I'm just like the type of person that like hates. I mean, this is the way I am. You know what I mean? Like I just hate boxes and labels and stuff like that. I'm just not that kind of person. And I think especially when you're in a position like me with like a platform to so many people are expecting you to put yourself in this box and this label and whatever. And I think that it came to a point where I just had to say like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. I'm fucking 20 years old. I'm taking it day by day. I'm figuring myself out. And for me to put myself in some kind of box and category would be me lying to you guys just to justify it to make you all feel better. So like I'm not gonna fucking do that. Like I'm just doing me. I like what I like. And I guess if you needed a box to feel better about that, you could say that that's like pansexuality because you're into like whatever you want to be into. But I mean like I don't know. I feel like whenever I give someone that answer, I'm like letting them down. But in reality, I feel happy to be the voice for like people who don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah,
and just kind of doing what they want to do.
It's interesting. You're very you're wise beyond your years in a way that I haven't quite seen.
Oh my god, hey
before.
Billie, we have something in common.
Nah, you're just very
that's
you're
nice.
very progressive, and because you're only 20
Thank
years
you.
old, correct?
Yeah.
How did you even begin your journey on YouTube? Because you haven't quite had the path that others had.
Definitely not. I was just always obsessed with YouTube, honestly. I know it's a very like generic answer, but like when I was like 12, like YouTube was just like my TV, you know what I mean? Like I loved Shane, like every video he posted.
Oh no
from,
way,
like,
you were a
day
Shane
one.
fan before you were a Shane friend?
I would have never like posted a YouTube video if it wasn't for Shane Dawson.
Wow.
Like, ever, like
that's amazing.
I fucking worship the ground he walks on. Just like Jenna Marbles, like all the beginning YouTube channels really inspired me to just like go for it. And I felt like I hadn't really found like I guess like a purpose or something I was really passionate about in life. Like I felt like I was just kind of up until YouTube just doing what I had to do to get by or, you know, doing whatever and like making content and, you know, showing people it's okay to like be themselves and whatever was the first thing I found like a real passion for. So, yeah.
Do you believe you're inspiring kids to be progressive? Your
It's
audience?
a hard sentence because like once you say it, you can never take it back. I don't know. In a way, hopefully. I mean, yeah, maybe inspiring the weird kids to know it's fucking okay to be weird or inspiring people to...
Were you the weird kid?
Yeah, I'm still the weird kid. I'm weird as shit.
You're not weird. You're cool weird. You're cool weird. You're not the girl that was like chasing dragons around school.
I wasn't chasing dragons, but I was weird.
I mean, I mean, everyone
I'm
has
weird as
that kid
shit.
who chases the imaginary dragon around the
Ooh,
school.
but I was for sure the kid like befriending that kid because I was like, what do you see? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I was that kid too. I
Yeah.
wasn't the one that was like way
Ooh.
off, but I was a kid who was like, yo, let's fucking get this dragon guy.
No, exactly.
Hard.
Exactly. 100%.
Dragon slaying with my fucking
Yeah.
boys. So if YouTube didn't exist, Hannah, what would you be doing?
I mean, honestly, probably something I was less passionate about. I mean, I love like social media marketing and all that kind of stuff, but obviously I don't think I would have ever been led to the path of that kind of stuff if it wasn't for YouTube. I don't know, maybe something comedy wise, maybe writing, still some form of like self-expression, I think is something I would have pursued.
You think you'd be in LA?
I don't know about that. I don't know.
Maybe running meet and greet conventions?
I can't say I'm really good at that.
I want to talk about TanaCon.
Yeah, I was waiting, kind of on my toes, like,
Yeah.
when's he gonna say it?
I'm gonna be honest.
The T word.
You're lucky that I am actually not well versed in what happened at TanaCon. Can you explain to me
Okay.
like a short summation of the incident?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I guess you can resonate with me on this though. I had been going to VidCon a few times, and shit was just bad. Like I feel like VidCon didn't really have a place at that time for creators that weren't for like, you know, first generation OG creators or creators that weren't brand friendly.
Yeah, I went and I got tackled.
No, I know. To be honest with you, like that happening to you was one of the things that really like inspired me toward
Well,
creating
what the
another
fuck?
convention.
I
said
wasn't
that, I think.
I wasn't invited to TanaCon.
I'm sure you were somewhere lost in translation.
Ah, shit.
But it's okay. It's better you didn't go in reality.
True. Hey, true.
Yeah. But yeah, VidCon, I just had some bad experiences, and I really wanted to create a place that I was for the outcasts and for the creators that might not have been welcomed, and a convention that was really centered around, I guess, caring about the actual experiences between the fans and the creators, and really making the creators happier and treating them better and stuff like that. And just, you know, all the things that I wanted to change. And I posted a video about stuff sucking at VidCon, and a bunch of people were just like, TanaCon, do your own convention. And I was like,
Fuck it. I'll do it.
yeah, you know, I'm sure you're similar and impulsive in that sense.
Yeah.
If a bunch of people tell you to do something like that, it's, you know, it's an ego trip. It's, you want to do it. You want to do it right. You want to say fuck you to the big dog that fucked you over and all that kind of stuff. And we just didn't have enough time. I just did it with the wrong people, and
You fire
blew up.
festivaled yourself.
you could say that if you want to, Logan. Yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly, I guess you could. Yeah.
I mean, because it was set out to be great. People
Yeah,
showed
you're right.
up. People showed up. A lot of people showed up.
Yeah.
And I thought it was going to be phenomenal. But then this is the part where I get foggy. What happened? That the infrastructure wasn't.
It was just planned. It was planned poorly. You know, I did it with people that definitely didn't know as much about the convention space as I would have liked them to. And I think that there was a lot of rose-colored glasses, and I didn't really know like what was actually going on. I was just being told a lot of stuff. And I was also on this fucking giant ego trip of this is going to be perfect, and probably didn't want to see things for, you know, like.
How did you pick those
being
people
shitty.
to help build it?
I'd gone to some previous smaller conventions that they'd ran, and they ran really smoothly. And
Interesting.
So I was like, well, if they can do this in this space, in the same space as well, like,
So what went wrong? What'd they do?
I think that security wasn't as good as it could. And I don't want to say what they did, because at the end of the day, like, I chose those people. I made that decision, and I take full responsibility for it at the end of the day. Like, no matter how much they sucked, like I still chose that decision and still put my name on that, you know, so to clarify that. But at the same time, I don't know, you know, it just, the capacity was really bad. A lot of people showed up. It wasn't a big enough space. The security, the tickets, all of everything looked pretty, but when it came down to the logistics, shit just wasn't
So
good
how
enough
do
to hold that
you?
many people to begin. There's so many things that went wrong. I could go on for days and days and days, but
How do you handle that failure and move on?
honestly, it was absolutely the hardest thing I've like ever had to process in my career. It really, like, I was up here, and it put me right back at rock bottom. It put me completely.
Why do you think that?
To be so passionate about something and want it to work with everything in you, and to put what you think is your hardest work and your soul into it, and it to just like blow up in front of your face and like fail is heartbreaking. To think that, to trust the wrong people and like see that happen is very, very heartbreaking. To let down thousands and thousands of your fans, to let down hundreds and hundreds of creators that you respect so much, to realize that for a long time that's going to tarnish your name in the industry, to, you know, and so many things. It really, to realize that you were on such an ego trip, you know, obviously, like for a company to fuck you over and you always be the person that people like shit on or don't really give the time of day because you're not brand friendly and whatever, and you finally think you're doing something right and you're on this hardcore ego trip about it and you're just so excited and whatever, and then just to like be right back at rock bottom again and everyone fucking hates you all over again. Everyone's like, what up, you know?
Who hated you?
So many
How was
people.
your image tarnished? I believe you're rock
I'm like,
bottom.
Are you kidding?
I
I'm
mean,
like, are you blind?
I mean, Tana, like really, not to just to put this in perspective, like me personally have done many fucking mistakes, as you know, and I'm dealing with like I got real life repercussions.
Yeah, I think I had a lot of
that are very serious.
Yeah.
I think you're still very loved. I still think people on social media can easily get behind you because you're very likable.
That's very
and
nice of you, Logan.
I think you are sitting on a golden opportunity, because can you imagine when and if and you should go back and do TanaCon the right way, and it would be huge.
I don't know. I've had a lot of like offers and stuff like that and you would think that throwing something so bad like that would make people steer away, but if anything, it made all the right companies kind of come forward and want to do it. But
of course,
I don't know. I just don't know if I'm right for it.
Do you think?
And I would hate to do it again. And you know,
no. This time, no mistakes. Can you imagine?
He said this time he's on board.
Yeah.
Logan Con.
Hey, I'm gonna manage this shit. It's gonna be amazing. I'm just saying. Can you imagine if Fire Festival through the thing that they promoted, it would be fucking phenomenal,
incredible,
out of this world. And if you did a TanaCon the right way, I'm sure it would kill.
Tana and Fuzi team up
Oh
for
my
the biggest
God.
festival ever. Fire Fest 2.
That shit was crazy.
Yo, honestly, the amount of press that the whole debacle brought like from TanaCon was crazy. Like the amount of articles I read about like what that meant for like
it was
influencer, like it was covered by every like ad age, like ad week, like everything.
I mean,
it was crazy.
I just don't know. You know, at the end of the day, right now, like I want there to be great conventions. Like I'm just passionate about it. Like at the end of the day, if there's good conventions in the space for creators and YouTubers and stuff like that, that's what makes me happy. Even just seeing what something like TanaCon did to maybe make like VidCon reevaluate what they could have been doing wrong. Like since then, I've had like some talks with the people at VidCon and stuff like that, and just to see how much they've like grown and want to grow and want to care about like the Emma Chamberlains and the Antonio Garzas and the new creators and stuff like that is like really sick. So to see growth in the space, no matter what, is like what makes me happy. And I don't know. I'm a YouTuber for now. I don't know if convention planning.
You're not going to be a convention consultant anytime soon.
For people out there that might not understand like the power of conventions, what's beneficial for creators when it comes to conventions?
I mean, so many things. The exposure, the ability to meet new people, to collaborate and work with and gain inspiration from, and the opportunities for creators to meet their fans and fans to meet creators, and awesome, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like pop-ups and sick shit like on the inside and stuff like that. Like a fun experience overall. And I think in the YouTube space, it's exponentially so dope because it's bringing what you see on your screen, to real life.
Exponentially so dope.
Exponentially dope.
I love that.
I love it.
I'm gonna use that in a pitch.
I'll go.
Dope,
Big word
dope
and, like,
to the
dumbass
dope
word.
to
That's
the
my
power
whole
of three.
vocabulary.
Nah, I love it. You do have a good vocab.
That's nice.
Yeah, were you good in school or no?
No, hardcore dropout, man.
It's man.
What grade you drop out?
Sophomore.
You dropped out of high school?
Yeah.
Damn, call you Jake Paul over here.
Whoa, I didn't know he dropped out.
Yeah. You get your GED?
No, I need to.
No fucking way.
I know.
You don't have your high school GED?
No, I went all the way. Like I did everything. I was like one fucking tiny test away, and then I was just like, fuck it. And honestly, it's bad. I really should.
You don't have a high school degree?
No.
Tana, that's
Diploma.
amazing.
No, it's not.
High school diploma. Damn.
Me correcting you on what you're saying as if I fucking have
Can you
one.
say
like,
high
shut
school
up.
degree? I mean, no, you don't have a degree.
No,
high
it's
school
not.
diploma.
But also, like, I'll shut the fuck up. Like, it doesn't matter.
No, don't shut the fuck up. In fact, keep talking. But I want to talk about Tana tweets. Hey, welcome to a section I like to call Tana tweets.
Did you just give me like a whole series? Thank you so much.
I did, in fact, and I want you because
Full credit.
you're hilarious on Twitter,
Thank you.
and I don't want to just.
You are like, you show me love on Twitter. I feel like I see you in my mentions.
You're
favoring my
hilarious.
stuff sometimes. That's really nice.
And me, Tana, like I'm progressive, right? So when someone is
fucking
as
progressive.
fucking open as you and just I don't give a fuck, I love it.
That's tea.
Let's dive into your mind.
Okay.
Some of these tweets.
I'm scared.
Tweet
but
number
let's
1. Here we go. Brad was trying to touch my vagina and I moved his hand and he goes, dude.
It happened, you know?
Why did you move his hand?
I was just like busy. There were people in the room. It just like wasn't the right like vibe.
Well, why was he trying to touch your vagina?
I mean, why wouldn't he be trying to touch my vagina?
Oh, true.
And I love his just dude.
Yeah, like dude. Like I had to tweet about
how
it. Like, are
was
you
it?
fucking kidding me?
How was the
It was
dude?
like
Was-
a dude, like a pissed
You
dude.
blue balled him.
Yeah,
Brad's your
but, like
boyfriend.
that's
Your boyfriend looks like Bieber. That's the guy.
You could say that.
I think
Yeah, okay, yes, I'm
everyone
sorry.
says that.
Yeah, yeah.
He ate the burrito sideways.
Yeah.
Incredible.
He
All right,
did
ready?
do that.
Watching your favorite influencers lie about the drugs they don't do online is so funny to me.
I'm a dick. Damn. I don't know. I saw one too many tweets of just influencers that I've just seen do some drugs about like how they just hate those drugs and would never do them and like don't get me wrong, like do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you not to do that or whatever. But seeing people like parade online about the shit that they don't do when you know that they do it, to me, like I have a little fun letting people know that a lot of the shit they see online can be a facade.
Everything
What-
they see online is
Yeah.
a facade.
What if
I'm
you-
trying to keep it 100, yo.
Why when you say I'm not gonna tell them not to do drugs or like do you ever
Drugs are
think
bad, but I mean, who am I?
do you
to
ever
tell someone
no, but
not
I'm
to
saying do you ever
something?
think like maybe tell them like, hey, don't do drugs? I don't know, just a thought.
I mean, yeah, but who am I to tell anyone like
just
what
like a
to
girl
do?
with immense
Yeah, but then the
influence.
next time I'm smoking like a joint, like people are gonna just like come
Well-
for me so hard, you know? It's just
That ain't her, bro.
like
different question.
Yeah.
Do you
to an extent, obviously, like don't do drugs, like don't do fucking crack, don't do fucking heroin, don't do coke, don't do Molly, don't do whatever. But,
There
like,
you go.
again,
That's
like,
what I was waiting for.
But like,
Say it to
who-
the camera.
But like, they can find that at fucking dare.org.
Yeah.
Like, who am I to?
do you embrace your drug consumption?
I don't think I really do a lot of drugs. I think people definitely think I do far more drugs than I do. I do smoke a lot of weed. If you consider weed a drug, then I do a lot of drugs. Like, you know, I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
You
And
do.
yes, I
You do. I saw this picture. Look at this.
Oh, that's a big bag of weed.
was just like on the phone.
Got a lot of with a giant bag of weed. No problem.
Are you gonna like blur that out so you stay monetized? How does that work?
You can. I don't know about me and monetization in general.
Really?
I think those days are over for me.
Really?
Nah. Hey, YouTube, bring me back, please. Google,
I heard
Google
you.
preferred. I'm coming in hot.
I heard you on the phone before this being like, and if it gets like age whatever, like
Oh,
yeah.
age gated. Yeah.
Yeah.
Send in a voice memo.
I would never strike you as someone that struggles with that at all. Like if I had to guess, I would assume you're never demonetized.
Have you seen my controversies?
Yeah, but like, aren't your videos like kind of PG?
Yeah, but once you're, it's hard to.
I guess that's
climb
true.
back
It
up
is
that
kind of like a
mountain.
favoritism type of vibe.
I don't even know if it's just fucked up. Next tweet.
That's his tea.
I'm seeing a 1-star doctor right now because I have ringworm because there's the only one open, so I'm making a video about it.
That's actually in my next video. So
Tana got shit. Technical difficulties. Technical difficulties. Wait, you got ringworm?
I still have it. Do you want to see it?
Yes, actually I do
Oh my
because
God.
I wrestled and I.
It's like almost gone, but do you see it?
Holy shit!
Yeah.
You got a
Yeah.
worm.
Can
back
you show
there.
the camera?
Yeah.
Oh wait, just stand up.
Ringworm on Impulsive. Wait.
Oh, she got another brand deal coming out here.
Whoa, yo, that is a big ring.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
I know.
Wow.
I know.
It's a
I
crater.
went swimming in Mexico, and I had like a cut, and then it like.
It just swam in there and just infected you.
I mean, that's what the doctor told me.
I am no stranger to ringworm because I
Really?
wrestled, and that is the biggest ring of worm I've seen in my
Really?
life. Absolutely.
Really?
That's a dude. They're like normally this big. Like
No
ring size.
fucking
You-
way. That's
that's
heartbreaking.
Huge. You got
And I-
big ringworm.
You know what's crazy is it's like so much better too from like the medicine. Like it's like this is it like going away.
What's it called? Lubriderm? Lubriderm?
No, that
That's hand lotion.
Epiderm?
yeah, that's just like what you jack off
Lotrimin,
with.
Lotrimin Ultra. Lotrimin Ultra.
Yeah. I think it's
Yeah.
like Khloe
Chloe Bennett.
Kardashian and Tristan Thompson and Jordan Woods, everyone.
What were you swimming in? Curious.
Just like the ocean pools,
Oh, the ocean pools.
the ocean / pools.
Hey
I'm
guys,
sorry.
quick question. What the fuck is going on right now?
I don't fucking
I
know.
just out of curiosity.
Like a pool that I think that's your problem. You didn't even know what you were swimming in. How high
An
were
ocean
you
pool?
in Mexico?
No, she was swimming in some sort of retention basin in the middle of Mexico.
There were lots
Containing-
of people.
You
There were
thought
lots
you
of
were swimming in
people.
the ocean and you woke up in a retention basin, which we don't even know what that is.
I've done that once. Next tweet. I need dick. RN.
Okay, this is just me. Like, you know, I knew that would get a lot of favorites. It was a good and fresh,
Well-
like, fun little moment.
Well, what did you mean?
No,
by
I
that?
definitely need a dick in that moment. But I mean, like, it's not like I need to like tweet about that. Sometimes I think it's just fun to like strike up a little.
But you have the boyfriend, right?
Yeah,
So do you expect him to see that?
he was in the shower. Am I unplugged from this?
Yeah, it fucks up. We have technical difficulties that
Okay.
no one will fix.
But I'm not like, you know, then no one will fix
No,
my
I've
whole
asked
life.
so many times.
Okay, it's definitely just not doing what it was.
Did it come
but
back?
No.
Okay, so your boyfriend was in the shower when you tweeted this?
Oh yeah, and I just need a dick like right then and there.
Well, it's
you know?
funny because the next tweet actually was update. Brad and I just banged.
I mean, they wanted to know. You know, you gotta let the people know. You can't just leave them on a cliffhanger like that. Like, did you get dick?
Do you gotta let them know? Well, I'm just wondering.
No.
I don't know if they gotta know.
Yeah, my fan base is just crazy.
How-
Like,
you
You had to have
they
had a
wanna
lot
know.
of people trying to
I don't
deliver.
have to let them know, but they want to know. I'm like, why fucking not?
How long have you and Brad been dating?
No, officially not that long. Probably like 3 months officially now.
Did he
Get ringworm?
This is too juicy.
No, he didn't get ringworm.
Well, because
I'm a
it's
bit-
there's like a
Okay.
thread on this tweet, and James Charles even chimed in. He said, "Would love to relate," and you said, "Join us, sister." And then James Charles said, "I mean, you don't have to ask me twice." And then you said, "Sister sex." Did you have a threesome with James Charles and your boyfriend?
No, but that's amazing clickbait. And if you don't use it, like you're crazy. However, no, he did text me actually asking if I was serious, and we kind of had a back and forth. But Brad is far too
Conservative.
goody and like good, you know? Yeah. Straight.
I've never been
You know?
invited to a YouTuber threesome, but I would definitely consider it if
Damn,
I
I
were.
feel like you have. Let's be real.
Invited? No, I
Yeah,
was never.
You're like, I partook in some, but I wasn't really invited.
Well, yeah.
It's like I just swooped it.
Well, no, it just happened. But I've
Yeah.
never had the text like, "Yo, quick threesome."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little rare.
V rare.
Not for me. Can't relate.
Apparently,
I
you
feel
can.
like lots of YouTubers, like I'm the person that people just like, the people you wouldn't expect to like want to fuck you. Like
You?
yeah, like the people like just YouTubers that are like goody, like the beauty gurus come up to me at parties like, let's make out. Like I'm
Really?
just that bitch. I don't know why.
Do you think you've made yourself too accessible?
Yeah, like I'm definitely just very open. So people
Mm.
automatically just like assume, or like, you know, like people see you making out with Bella Thorne once and they think they're like next in line, you know? I don't know.
Are they next in line? Do-
Not
ha-
particularly,
have
no,
you-
but I
have you-
liked that question.
Have you hooked up with like other YouTubers?
Yeah.
Oh, you have.
So have you. Why are you looking at me like it's
Which ones?
He's trying to extract the data.
Yeah. I respect it.
Which ones?
Just like some-
George Janko, was that one?
me like looking at his call. I'm so nosy.
You don't want to say? That's fine. That's fine. Do I know any of them?
I'm sure, yeah. I mean, wow. Who have you hooked up with, Logan? That like the people don't know about. I know some of your tea. I hear about you.
I know you know some of my tea. It's all good. I know some of yours.
Whoa.
And I know you know what the fuck I'm talking
I
about.
kind of, and I know you know what the fuck. I like that though.
Hey, maybe you
Go off,
should
Chris.
both talk about.
Maybe
What,
neither
you know?
of
Mixed
us should
tea?
just talk
Yeah, mix the
About it.
tea.
Mix the tea.
But I
Yeah.
kind of like that, you know?
How do you?
We both have
Mutual
tea.
tea.
How does-
Mutual tea.
Mutual tea, right?
Mutual tea bags.
How does
I feel
Brad?
closer.
You have the same color hair right now.
Yeah. I think he's lighter than me. I'm actually kind of jealous.
Yeah, what are your thoughts? I mean, like he's looking to the roommates to give him input. I personally
What?
like it. What do you think?
You fuck
your
with this-
hair?
you fuck with
Yeah.
this hair?
I actually like it lighter. Yeah.
I do too.
It's fucking
Go
sick,
off,
dude.
highlights.
Miley Cyrus sent you a bouquet of weed for Valentine's Day. Incredible. How does that go? How does that come about?
I really, really, really don't know. I feel like
Are you friends with her?
I really, really, really don't know. Yeah, I would love to be. I worship the ground she walks on. She's absolutely like my fucking favorite person on earth. I think she really like started that trend of like, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I'm gonna shake my ass on live television. I'm gonna be wild. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do me. Like she just really was one of the first people that was like so inspirational to me in the sense of like,
Maybe she
being
sees
so
you,
open.
you doing that now, and you deserved a bouquet of weed.
oh my God. But from Miley Cyrus, like I really don't deserve that. Let's just be real. Like,
I
she
think
could
you
send
do.
that to
I
so
think
many
you do.
people.
I think
Thank
you.
you,
I think you
Logan Paul.
discredit yourself, and I'm not just hyping you up because I can give a fuck about.
He's like, because I could give a fuck about you, Tana.
No, I just like I don't like jerking people off. I don't, but I think you're dope.
Thank you.
I think you're genuinely
you're
awesome
dope.
because you're so genuine. Like that's
That's
I mean it
nice.
when I say it. I think it's much better to be genuine and be who you are versus trying to be like hop on Impulsive and put on a facade. That's what the
Yeah.
show's good at. It's good at
Yeah.
stripping people down.
Yeah, we
It
get
is
down.
really
We get
cool.
down to the business. We
Yeah.
figure out what's going on.
Yeah. I like that though. I think it's cool to show a genuine side of a lot of people, like what you did with even just like Austin McBroom or like Kristen Honcher. Like you really were showing a side of them that people just like don't normally see.
Agree. That's what we're
Impulsive
here for.
really does strip people down.
Big facts.
No pun intended.
It's actually happened multiple times.
Yeah, that's why I said no
Like
pun intended.
literally,
yeah.
physically.
Steve-O's got sweet. Yeah, we
Wow.
saw Steve-O tuck his balls.
The
behind
Riley
his-
Reid one was crazy too. You guys really snapped with like the hard hitting questions.
Yeah, we
I
can't do
think.
porn stars anymore.
Why?
Just less of them.
Publicists.
maybe. Yeah.
Nah, we can't.
Oh, no more porn stars at all.
Nah.
At least you had like the porn star before that happened.
I mean, we could still do porn stars. We just can't have
Oh,
them
we
on,
can't, like,
we just
do
can't
one,
have them
yeah.
on Impulsive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, like when you have Riley Reid, it really is just kind of down from there. No offense, like they're all great, but she's just the fucking goat.
Oh, you like her the best?
Well,
we're
she's
trying to
just
get
the goat.
We're trying to get Lana on.
Lena?
Ah, you
Or sorry, I'm trying to find Lana's number.
Lena.
Lena.
He's real bad.
No,
with
not
names.
Lena the plug.
Wait, who-
Lana Rhodes.
I don't know who that is. I'm not well versed in my porn stars, honestly. Sorry.
Mike's very.
Do you have a favorite part
studied.
of your body?
What an interesting question.
You never been asked that?
I probably have. I don't know. I have really bad memory. I don't know. Not particularly. I'm trying
Really?
to think. It's a good question.
Is that a good question?
Yeah,
Is your belly button?
she's cool.
It's
She's a cool
girl.
belly button. What about you?
It's a girl.
What about all of you?
Yeah. What's your favorite part of your body, Spence?
Ah, damn, I literally never thought about that.
Really?
Right? Yeah, it like that was a damn.
Oh, definitely my my chin here because my birthmark.
Oh, that's
Okay.
tight.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
tight.
I used to get bullied for it, and now I love it.
Really? Wow.
That's
Yeah.
tight.
Yeah, we embrace the.
How about you guys
Flaws.
over there?
I like
You
my,
two
I like my arms.
arms?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably elbows.
cannons. Those aren't arms; those are cannons. How about you, Mike?
Probably elbows.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got dope elbows.
yeah, they're good.
That's hard. To
My
pick one
favorite
thing.
part of Mike's body are his feet.
They're horrible.
They're like paddles.
They're like hobbit feet.
massive battles.
Big old paddles.
Hey, are you and Brad in an open
Did you
relationship?
just forget my name?
I thought he
No.
did too.
He's just giving up pronouncing it.
Because are you?
He's like, hey,
Are you and Brad in an open relationship, or is it like are you like exclusive?
we're like exclusive, you know, but like I'm also a very like open and wild person, so I think
Yeah.
like my constructs of exclusivity are probably very different than most people.
Do you ever
At the
get?
sa- and I'm just not a box person. Like I hate putting like weird boxes on shit.
So you're open.
Yeah, you're
Because
not a
boxes-
box.
yeah.
You're,
Wouldn't
like
that kind of be a
boxes
box
are
within
closed.
itself?
you're like a circle. Do you ever?
Like I'm in an open relationship. Like that's putting. I'll fuck off.
Damn.
the reason I ask is, do you ever get worried that like maybe the decisions you make in terms of like hooking up or whatever may affect your ability to have relationships down the line? Like for example, I'll ask Logan this. Logan, does the amount of guys that girls hooked up with affect your desire to want to be in a relationship with her?
Absolutely.
Damn. I mean,
And so like this, I'm sorry to go back to the slut thing again, but
Yeah.
like here we
I
are
get
because
it.
I
It's your
think it's
team.
probably the most impactful part
And
of this
impulsive.
of this show today, and like I think there's a lot of meat there.
that's so
But
interesting.
like, how do you feel about that? Like, what if in 5 years you meet this guy and things are great, and he's just like, yo, like
Here's
I've seen you fuck a toothbrush.
No,
I've
but-
seen you,
no, but- no, but-
and I don't want to,
No.
like,
here's where I don't
yeah.
like this.
yeah.
We know nothing about Tana's sexual history.
That is
So
tea.
are
No,
you
no, no. I'm
assuming
not
something that-
saying you. I'm
Yeah.
saying like I don't mean you. I mean like
mean,
any girl
to
that
touch
is like
on-
out there being a slut, for example.
to touch on both things.
Yeah.
I think most people would be very surprised to know like my sexual history in the regards that I'm a lot more.
Oh, take
Like-
you out of the
Yeah,
equation.
no, I know. I guess I'm
completely.
just touching
don't-
on
yeah,
both things. Like
yeah.
I'm really not as crazy as people think. But beside that point, I think that if someone, like to answer your question, if someone really liked me or whatever, but they didn't want to be with me because of my past, then they're not the one for me. If they didn't want to be with me because
Yeah.
of decisions I've made, like then they're not the perfect person.
Some-
then they're not my perfect match. So that's for me, that instantly ends that. I think if someone really loves someone, if they can't accept them for the things that they've been through or the decisions that they've made, and especially if someone loves you enough to change the way that they are and stuff like that, like in that regard, you know, I don't know how to end that,
Like,
but it's just
no,
like
no.
if someone was like, Tana, you're perfect for me, but I can't be with you because you slept with this number of people, like, then we're fucking not meant to be. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
go be with someone who's been with one person, because like at the end of the day, that's always gonna bother them, and I don't want to take the time to implore a relationship like that in reality.
That's a great answer. I just like I think that saying, and like once again, like
I'm no
It's
shade
so
to
weird
people
for-
like that either, you know.
it's so weird for me to have this conversation because I love challenging people on their beliefs. It's my favorite thing. Like I will never gas you up. I'm gonna push as hard as I can to get what I want to hear from like your answer, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so like it's weird for me to be coming at you from this angle because like I'm a slut, like straight up, and like
Yeah.
I have no problem with
He's a man.
girls that do the same, but like there are guys out there that live by this belief of if every
Yeah.
guy can have her,
I don't want
why
her,
do
yeah.
I want her? You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, like there's also girls out there that like only sleep with one guy because they like saving themselves and whatever. And like those type of people can be together. And that's why the world can be so harmonious, you know, like there are people for every person. Like there's, you know, for every person's beliefs, you know.
Fact.
I love you, Tana.
Yeah, that was good.
Aw.
I want to go to audio only Q&A. So I'm gonna wrap up the visual. Can you shut the fuck up while I do my outro? Ladies and gentlemen,
Asshole time to cough. I'm
Tana
sorry.
Mongeau.
Paul.
Mongoose.
Tana Paul. Tana Paul.
Thank
Ladies and
you.
gentlemen, where can they find you on social media? Oh,
Tana. I'm Tana. Type it in. See what you come across.
You'll find it.
Probably won't be the most role model-y stuff.
thank you guys for listening, watching to this episode of Impaulsive. Hit that subscribe button. We love you. Audio only Q&A with Tana on iTunes and Spotify right now. I'm gonna go juicy. I'm gonna go juicy
Thanks
for
for
this
having
one.
me.
Of course. We love you, Tana.
Aw.
Bye, guys.